Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to be making today is a delicious meal. Crispy air-fried chicken and tater tots. I've had so many messages from our viewers saying, can you share a few more of recipes for the air fryer? And most recently, tater tots we displayed on one of our shows, and I want to bring those to you because they are pretty tasty as well. So if that recipe interests you and you like to know what goes into it, stick around and let's get started. So what we're going to do first, we're going to start with our seasonings. And this is pretty much the base for our crispy chicken. I've got myself a trusty little plastic bag here. You could use a bowl if you wanted to. And I'm going to be putting in there, and I'll share the recipe as well with you and under this video, but I'm going to be putting in there a teaspoonful of sea salt. You could use table salt, a teaspoonful of onion powder, and all of these is teaspoonful, so I'll leave that out. We got paprika, we got ground thyme, we got pepper. You can use black or white. I got cumin and some onion powder, and again all of it is 1 teaspoonful in each one. So this is pretty much a batch of seasonings that me and Raymond usually make. It's usually Raymond because he loves this chicken. And you can cook this chicken in your deep fryer with the same method that I'm doing here, but today we're doing it in the air fryer. So if you've got an air fryer, you could do it there. If not, you can do it in the deep fryer. So put it all in the bag. Raymond likes keeping it in the bag because he'll put it in the fridge after and take it out as he needs it. And I'll explain.
It's always there for a rainy day.
Yes, and I'll explain all of that to you. This is 2 cups of flour, and you could use flour of choice, so whatever flour you can use. And then when you put it in the bag, I'm going to seal it there a bit because the pepper and everything will go up my nose.
And you'll sneeze.
I'll sneeze, and that won't be very polite. Then mix it up to get all of that goodness mixed together into the bag. And then usually what we would do is take another bag for dipping our chicken into so it don't get cross-contaminated. And then we can keep this bag of seasonings with the flour in the fridge until a rainy day. So now let me tell you what's next. So the chicken we're cooking here today in our air fryer is the thigh and leg. So what I did here, I just rinsed it, cut it in half, so as I take the leg off the thigh, and we got 4 pieces because my air fryer only can take 4 pieces. So if yours is bigger, then you know you could make more. So just rinsed, take anything off that don't need it, any excess fat, because we're going to leave the skin on, so if it's hanging off, cut that off. We just want the top part and around the leg. You want to keep that fat on there, the skin. We're going to put 1 to 2 cups of milk of choice, and about a half a teaspoonful of sea salt or salt of choice. And then we're going to mix this around just to let it all coat evenly and rest for about an hour. So pretty much that's all you're going to do is let it rest for about an hour. If you can't wait, that's fine. But you need, the reasons for it is brining that chicken a little bit with the salt and the milk. And we're going to be using that as well. And I'll show you that as we go. I'm going to put this in the fridge and take out the one I got there. And then we'll go to the next stage. So while you're letting your chicken brine and rest in the fridge, you can work on your potatoes. And what I say about that, we got 2 medium potatoes. You can have, of course, as much as you want for your tater tots. I'm just using 2 here today. And you will need also to boil these potatoes until fork tender. And then after, when that's done, and that'll be in some water with about half a teaspoonful of sea salt, and so as you can season the potatoes. And then we're going to mash it, and I'll show you that next. So I'll just peel these and put these in my saucepan. So after you've got it peeled, of course I got some over here on the side, and I just got one potato in here, but about 2 potatoes would be perfect. And these were nice size of potatoes we got this week, and sometimes we luck in there and get a nice big potato bag of potatoes. So now I'm going to put this over on the stove top with half a teaspoonful of sea salt and let that boil, and now we'll get working on this. So we're going to put about a tablespoonful of butter, and you're going to judge up to about 1/4 cup of milk, and a cream or evaporated milk. I like it using air. And you're going to mash this together. You can put some pepper and not a little bit of salt. You can taste your potato if it's not salt enough. You could do that, or any other seasonings that you prefer you can add into there. That's fine. So after you got a rough mash like that, then you're going to use your spoon and just mix this around. Now, you can also add in there 1 to 2 tablespoonfuls of flour if you feel that it's not coming together for you. That's optional. I'll leave that to you to decide when you make your tater tots. And then mix that around. You want for it to be a nice firm potato mixture. And now we're going to form these out into little tater tots. So the ingredients that I've got there for you for the potatoes, the amount, like I was saying, that if you want to make more, you can make as much as you want. But just make sure that your potato mixture is firm like this. Shape it into a long tater tot or just a round one, whichever works for you, and place it on your air fryer grill. And then keep making these. And like you said, you might like yours seasoned. That's fine too. So you make it the way you enjoy it. But these here are delicious and good with any meal. Not a lot of work goes into this meal, and not a lot of work goes into tater tots. Like you said, you could make sure you got your potatoes boiled in advance and a little bit cooler, like maybe at a warm temperature, because you don't want to be forming these out while it's hot, and the chance of it falling apart would probably happen if it's not nice and firm. And then I don't know if your air fryer, if you got one, could fit the tater tots and the chicken in there. If not, cook it on separate times. Cook the chicken, of course, on the chicken function, and this one on the chips or fries, whichever they got there for that. And you only need maybe 10 to 15 minutes either way. So what I'm going to do now is glaze over these tater tots with some cooking oil. So you're pretty much just going to glaze over these a little with some oil all around like that. Just brush it. And if you're using the flat grill pan and not the grill with the holes in it, just grease the pan, and that'll be good so it don't burn or stick to the bottom. And that's all we need to do there. Now we're going to get back to our chicken. So now we're ready for the chicken. So you get it, take it out of the fridge, and then get ready to do the basting of it. So what I'm going to do here now is take about 1/4 cup of that flour mixture and put into a smaller bag, because we're only using small pieces of chicken here today. And keep your little container aside, because you don't want to get any chicken drippings on it, because we're going to be using that one again to go in and get more if we need it for this bag. So now, after it's in the milk and salt, Then you take a piece out. So you're going to take one piece, little slippery, little bit drip off, put into the bag. We're going to toss it in the flour mixture. I'm going to take it out of the bag, put it back into that milk mixture again, because we're going to double dip it. And it's very slippery. So put it into the bag. Again, brush it with some flour. We're going to oil our pan just a little. And then I'm going to take out the chicken, give it a little shake, and put it down onto the pan. So we're going to do that with all of them. So we're going to dip in and get another little amount of that flour, put some in the bottom, take up the chicken, put it into the bag, toss it around. If you need a new bag, that's fine too. You can do this in a bowl if you wish, but pretty much you know the concept there. And that, and then I'm going to toss some onto it, and then put it in the grill pan. So you'll need a couple of tablespoonfuls of cooking oil. And what you're going to do, you're going to oil over the top of the flour mixture on the chicken. And this is going to represent almost like a deep frying, because it's going to give it that crispy top. And along with leaving the skin on, you're going to have the double goodness of it. So just oil it there, and you don't need the bottom if you're putting it on this tray. If you're putting it on the one that got the holes in it, you definitely need to put this one in under it, because this is going to drip lots of nice juice from it. So either way, it's your choice, but that's all you need to do there. So before I go to the fryer, put the remainder of your flour seasoning in the fridge, safekeeping till you're ready to use it again. And I'm sure you will, because this is a delicious meal. We're going to take this to the air fryer. I'm going to clean up here a little, and we're going to show you that. So what I did is transfer the chicken into this grate and got the one that's full to put in under for the drippings. Not all the way down on the bottom, because that's a heat plate. And I'm going to put this in the center rack here. So push this chicken over a little in the center rack, and then I'm going to close the door, turn on mine to chicken, of course, and just get it all the ways over. So everybody's air fryer operates a little different. It's down for 40 minutes. If you need it for another 10 minutes, you can always put it on, gauge it, and then it's 370 degrees of heat. You can also do it at 400. Press start, leave it until you can check it in between, and baste it again with some more oil, and if needed, I'll show you that as well. So it's about 16 minutes to the 40-minute time left on this chicken. I'm going to pull the grate out as well, because I want to see if we need to baste it. As you can see, it's coming along nice. We don't need to baste it anything there then. Look, it's getting nice and golden brown, isn't it?
Yeah, it's looking good.
Looking good. So what I'm going to do is leave it, and then
I bet you it's going to taste just as good.
I hope so. We're going to put this on again and let it go for the remainder, and then we're going to check it to see if it's cooked. Our air fried chicken, crispy air fried chicken, is baked, and just look at it. How delicious. Now I know this got to be making your mouth just drool right now.
I know that's making mine drool.
I mean, who don't like this?
Chicken.
I mean, this is just like Southern fried, only it's our seasoned crispy air fried chicken. And our tater tots, too good to eat. Now I'm going to make a little dipping sauce and have a little taste. Raymond said it'll go down good with some pineapple pop shop drink from our fridge. Tablespoonful of our mayonnaise or mayo, a tablespoonful of Mother's mustard sauce, and that'll make a nice little dip for your tater tots. Just mix it around. You can put a little bit of hot sauce in there if you want to. Mix it around and have it there for your tater tots. Now I'm going to have a little taste. I was debating to do the chicken leg or the thigh. I know this big one here, Raymond, has got eyed, and he keeps, every time I go for it, he's just...
I didn't even say anything. It was just...
I think you guys know.
Yeah.
I am going to have a little taste here. Mmm.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh my gosh.
Two thumbs up.
I'm not going to drop the chicken delicious, but I just put it down. So good. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for you guys to make this. 2 thumbs up. I just wanted for you to see just how juicy this chicken is. I mean, not overcooked at all. So tasty. One of my tater tots put into that dipping sauce. Now I'm going to pass it over to Raymond, because he's the one over there waiting for it.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
Yummy.
I hope you enjoyed our recipe today for our crispy air-fried chicken and our tater tots. If you want a copy of that recipe, it's posted below this video. It's either a see more or an arrow pointing down. If you can't find it there, visit our website www.bonitaskitchen.com and you can print it there. But don't forget, before you go there, hit the subscribe button if you're a first-time viewer for Bonita's Kitchen. We would love for you to do that.
And you know something else that's really good?
What's that?
Like and share so all you other friends can
get to
enjoy this delicious
yes,
meal.
This delicious meal and all of our meals to date. We thank you in advance. You can also stop by and visit us on our Facebook page. Check out what's happening there. You can also send us a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. If I haven't answered your message in a while, I probably didn't see it. I'm waiting for Raymond to get the bottle cap so he can open up that delicious drink for me. So I won't keep you any longer. We know your time is precious, and we thank each and every one of you for spending it here with us today. On behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team here at Bonita's Kitchen, take care. Have a wonderful day. From our kitchen to yours. If you're visiting Newfoundland and Labrador, don't forget to check out the beautiful town of Portagrave and visit us again on Bonita's Kitchen.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen, to yours.